Hello everyone, welcome to Tathastu Institute of Civil Services. I am Umang Khokar and today in this session we are going to cover a very important point, a very important aspect of your preparation for the civil services, that is how to cover the NCERTs. We have previously covered in one of the sessions that why NCERTs are very important for the exam, because of course they are the building blocks of your preparation. So knowing the importance of NCERTs, it is very important for every aspirant to begin their preparation by reading these books, the standard books, or we could say the bedrock for the UPSC, right? But often I see that students struggle with the challenge that how shall we cover them, okay? There's always a struggle with the number of books that are there. So usually we all know that majorly जो हम follow करते हैं वो होता है class 6 to class 12th. There are so many NCERTs class 6 to class 12th, and along with that there are so many subjects. We have polity, we have history, we have geography, we have science, we have society, right? So economics. So इतनी सारी NCERTs हम कैसे cover करें और क्या हमारी approach रहनी चाहिए? So in today's session we are going to understand that how can we read these NCERTs very effectively and what should be an ideal plan to cover them in 60 days. 60 days is basically a plan whereby we will try to cover all the NCERTs from class 6 to class 12th along with some time for the revision as well. Okay, so we'll keep the last few days for the revision. So what I've done is I've prepared one plan for you. So if it's convenient or if it's doable, you can also implement the same, right? So let's begin with the session first. So before moving ahead with the plan, let us see what are the 2-3 things that we need to keep in mind while reading the NCERTs. So the first thing, how to read the NCERTs effectively. Now first thing that you need to keep in mind is we have NCERTs from class 6 to class 12th. Some of the concepts और major concepts जो है वो आपके class 6 से start होते हैं and eventually their level keeps on increasing with the class. Okay, so for example you must have studied about economic, very simple concepts in class 7th, class 8, and when you come to class 11th and 12th NCERTs, that particular concept is explained or written in a detailed manner, right? So first thing that we need to know that at least class 6 to class 8th NCERTs जो हैं, they are of very basic nature. Okay, they are of very basic nature and they are the ones that can be covered very quickly. Okay, that इसमें हम ज़्यादा time invest नहीं करते हैं, ठीक है? ये जल्दी cover हो जाएंगे आपके concepts. Second thing that you need to know is rather than by going class wise, we will focus on covering the topics or the books subject wise. Okay, rather than doing all the class 6 NCERTs together, all the class 7th NCERTs together, it is better that you study subject wise all the NCERTs. For example, you start with one subject, like for example you take geography. Okay, so you start with class 6 geography, you done with that, then 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. That's a better way for you to understand things and understand the concepts also. Okay, so do it subject wise. That would be my advice, okay, rather than doing it class wise. Third thing that you need to know is that you don't have to make any kind of notes. Okay, just read them to understand. Okay, there is no requirement of making notes specifically. वैसे भी notes हमें third reading के बाद ही बनाने चाहिए, right? So notes बनाने का burden नहीं लेना, एकदम से सब कुछ highlight नहीं करना, ठीक है? You will get to know that what is important, what is not important. We'll just cover that in this session. Okay, so focus on understanding the basic concept that is there, any important fact that is there that you can mark. There is a lot of space in the margins of the NCERT books. Utilize that space and make your NCERT books only very exhaustive and mark everything there, whatever you need to add on. If there was a paragraph that was mentioned and you want to make it simplified or whatever information that was there in that paragraph, you can just make a flow chart of that information in the margin, so that when you are going through the book, in one glance you can just cover what was important on this page, rather than making exhaustive notes again. Books के ही books बनाने का कोई point नहीं है, ठीक है? So these three things you need to keep in mind, right? Coming to the subject wise, when we talk about the subjects, see, every subject has a different requirement, okay, and all the books are made in different manner. So for example, when we are studying, when we are tackling or we are doing geography, what becomes important is the facts, the maps, the diagrams that are there. They are very important for your geography, okay, so you have to focus there more. Specifically geography class 11th and class 12th, these are the most important books, okay. Here in fact, line to line, every box, I would say, the text that has mentioned in the book, that is very important. Uspe there are questions that are asked, okay. So that is important for geography. Coming to polity, we know polity, you need to focus more on understanding the basic concepts. What is federalism, what is democracy, ठीक है? तो बेसिक्स को आप अंडरस्टैंड करने की कोशिश करोगे, ओनली देन यू विल बी इन अ पोजिशन टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज मेंशन्ड, what is there in the standard books that we follow for polity, for example Lakshmikant, okay. So build your concepts there, understand, connect it with the stories that are mentioned, okay. You will often read lot of stories are there, okay, that is second thing. Then coming to history, history you will focus more on building the timelines, focus more on building the timelines, cause effect of the things, okay. Try to see the maps that are there, okay, how was the administration there. So उन points पे हम ज़्यादा focus करेंगे, ठीक है. और initially जो 6th to 7th 8th class है, उसमें आप chronology को बनाओ, timeline को बना के we can cover the major points, right. Then we have economy. Of course economy will require the basic terms that are there, okay, basic terms of GDP क्या है, inflation क्या है. These are important, only then you will be in a position to build a stronger foundation and understand the real time concepts that are there. Only then you will understand the economy, current affairs, okay. So NCERTs को उस perspective से पढ़ना है कि हम समझना चाह रहे हैं, ठीक है, कि ये concept क्या है, ये मतलब क्या है. Those books are prepared keeping in mind the class and the level of the student, okay. So you are in a much higher position now, you are preparing for UPSC, so you can understand those concepts. So just reading that concept or that story will help you to understand what is the intellect behind or what is the insight behind this concept. Why do we require democracy, why, what are the implications of inflation, ठीक है, GDP क्या है, ठीक है. तो वो बस आपको concept समझना है उसमें से, ठीक है. Then we have society also. Then we have science. Science important, of course. Science is important. Only then you will be in a position to understand the science and technology section of your syllabus. Okay, very important. So you need nowadays semiconductors are in news. So you need to know what are the metals and non-metals chapter. Very important from your chemistry. Basics तो पता होना चाहिए metals and non-metals का, and what are semiconductors. Okay, so just read those chapters with a basic understanding, basics of physics, okay, law of gravitations, right, basic of chemistry, basics of biology, and in light of that only with biology I will take the environment also, because we have class 12th biology, okay. So the last 4 units are from your ecology unit, ecology, okay. So that is related, that's your environment. So your environment basics, environment ecology basics would be built from these 4 chapters. These are very important, okay. So that's how you need to tackle the NCERTs for each and every subject. Now let us see how to cover, okay, कि मैम 60 days ही है तो कैसे करूँ, एक सब्जेक्ट को एक बार में करूँ या पैरेलली 2 सब्जेक्ट्स को करवाऊँ, ठीक है. So how should I do it? That is also one thing that the student come up with. So if you are only studying the NCERTs, I would say that you should tackle 2 subjects, or you should study 2 subjects together. For example, if we see the plan here, so I have done what we have prepared it for 60-day schedule. And how will you manage? We will be focusing on 2 subjects per day. Okay, so every day we are doing the NCERTs of 2 subjects. Okay, so first 18 days I am giving to what? We are giving to modern history, or I would say history, sorry. Okay, we are giving it to history, and then we are giving it to geography. Both of the subjects are important subjects, and both of these subjects NCERTs are equally important. Okay, so we are starting that day 1 and 2 we will be focusing on class 6, our past, okay, class 11 themes 1, early societies. In the morning slot you can follow the history, in the evening slot we are focusing on the geography segment. So you can just go through the timetable or this plan that has been prepared, and by this plan we can cover all the NCERTs till class 12th, okay, in the 2 months, or I would say the 60 days, including the revision part. Okay, so here we are doing in the evening class 6th and 7th geography, right? Then we move ahead to class 7th, class 8th, class 10th, 12th, right? And this is how we are completing the entire NCERT. Okay, then we move to world history basics also of class 9th. World history is also important, and then we also have class 11th world history selectively. Okay, selectively meaning here you have to be very careful with the questions that are asked. ठीक है, तो वैसे भी जब भी आप पढ़ रहे हैं तो आपके पास आपका सिलेबस हमेशा होना चाहिए, और आपके पास आपके PYQs हमेशा होने चाहिए. ये 2 चीजों के बिना आपकी पढ़ाई होनी ही नहीं है. आपकी टेबल पे ये दोनों चीजें हमेशा होनी चाहिए. प्रीलिम्स का क्वेश्चन बैंक, सिलेबस और मेंस का क्वेश्चन बैंक. ओके, सो यू विल नो दैट यस वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री, दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स दैट वी नीड टू स्टडी, बिकॉज इन्हीं पे क्वेश्चन आया है मेंस में. ठीक है, देन वी हैव रैप अप द history lectures, whatever there has been pending you can wrap it up, right? In geography we will have time slot remaining for the map and the atlas, okay, for your mapping practice, and the geography diagrams that are also included. So you have to focus on those diagrams also. ठीक है, easy diagrams होते हैं, and those are the diagrams which you can make in the exam conditions. So memorize them, okay, and practice them. Then we move to day 19 to 34. We are tackling the 2 subjects that are very important again, polity and economy. Okay, we are following polity and economy. We begin from class 6, 7th civics book, okay, social and political life. Then we come to 8th, 9th, democratic politics, very important for building your basics, okay, of the important terms. Then class 11th, political theories, okay, Indian constitution at work, very important. These chapters will build your foundation for reading the Lakshmikant, very very important. And these chapters, these books will also help you in your answer writing. Okay, very important, right? Constitution at work, politics in India, then politics in India, social movements, democracy, and then we are going to wrap up with the polity part. On the other hand, we are having the economy section. We are having starting from class 9th economy, poor people as resource, then class 10th, 11th, and then we have class 12th macroeconomics and introduction to microeconomics, only the basics, right? Then let's come to the other 2 that we are having in our schedule, that are science, society. Okay, with science only I have taken EVS, that's your environment. Okay, so science class 6, 7th basics, okay, and in the evening slot we have the sociology, introduction to the sociology. Then class 8 science, 9th, 10th, just focus on the major themes, major chapters. Okay, for example, biology, natural resources, food, energy, pollution, natural resources, these are important. Class 10th also biology and energy chapters are important, and chemistry class 11th and 12th, selective chemistry and green chemistry. Okay, so only those chapters that require your basics from, so that you can solve the questions from your science and tech section. Okay, that is what I was giving the example for semiconductors. Physics, you should know the basic laws, basics of physics, okay, that is there. Energy, climate science, integration of environment and science themes, that's basically the last 4 chapters which I told you. Okay, here you will focus on UPSC प्लांट्स, ओके, व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी, न्यूक्लियर प्लांट्स कहाँ हैं, ठीक है, क्लीन एनर्जी की बात करते हैं तब हमारे जो कुछ कुछ लोकेशंस हैं दैट आर क्रूशियल, ओके, डिफेंस रिलेटेड, that time we are marking the major locations, so that perspective just go through once, okay. Sociology, of course, in understanding the society, Indian society part, social change, and overall the 47 and 48, the last 2 days are kept for the wrapping up of the entire sociology, right. So this is how you can cover the next 2 subjects. Coming up with the last final completion part would be the days from 49 to 60th day, where you will be doing a wrap up, or I would say a complete revision of all the things that you have studied. So you will be focusing on history and economy, tricky topics, the topics that you find more difficult, okay. Geography, class 11th and 12th, very important, so इसीलिए उसको हम फिर से रिवाइज करेंगे. Polity, constitution chapters, environment and bio, history medieval, geography physical, and modern history plus atlas, okay. So these are the wrap up sessions, or I would say the last final completion part of your NCERTs. जो भी आपको difficult लग रहा था या जिसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है वो ये areas हैं जो आपको important role play करेंगे for your foundation building, okay. So that's this plan, you don't have to be very strictly following this one, it is just to give you an idea so that you can prepare your own plan. You should have a rough idea, okay, this is how in these many days I can cover up this much, okay. So don't go by any of the myths that nahi ho sakta, we cannot do this much, it will take time. I can understand every student has a different pace of completing the things, but we need to understand that we are in the competitive mode, so just gear up, okay, and try to cover it up as per the schedule, okay. If and but there are some days ups and downs, that's equally fine, just try to cover it up but later on, okay. That's just for your reference, okay. But you will keep 2-3 things in mind while covering that. First, I told you that do not highlight in the first go, just read and then mark the important points, okay. You will get to know what is important, what is not. Second, try to utilize the margin space to make the notes or to make the things more clearer rather than reading the paragraph, okay. Study subject wise rather than class wise, okay. And fourth, you will have to revise. Revision is the key, okay. So you cannot avoid revision, so just revise it also once again, try to close the book, recall it, okay, whatever you have studied, right. This is how you can cover it in the 60 days, okay. Now let us just see a sample, okay. Let's just see, for example, I'll just show you from your class 12th biology, the last 4 chapters which are related to your ecology or environment section of your syllabus. Let us just go through how the NCERTs are given, okay, how they are prepared. Second thing, another thing that is important here is that you can also study and go through the questions that are given on the back side of the chapter. So once the chapter is ending, there are a lot of questions, so you can try to solve those questions. You can even write one of few answers that are there. There are long answers given. So you can always try to judge or assess your knowledge, your understanding by attempting those questions, okay. And the tables are also important, okay. Whatever you get in the boxes, just have a look on that, because at times there are some important facts mentioned in the box, okay. So let us see this chapter, that is unit 10, ecology, okay. So here there are 4 chapters that we are going to deal. So organism population, ecosystem, biodiversity, environmental issues, these are the basics of your environment subject, okay. Let us see the first chapter, okay. So we are opening the first chapter here. Now see, this was the starting of the chapter. So here there is a fact that who is known as the father of ecology in India. So who is the father of ecology in India? You should know, because this picture has been mentioned, Ramdev Misra, okay. So Ramdev Misra is considered as the father of ecology in India. Tell me in the comment box who is considered as the father of ecology at the global level, okay. In perspective to India, we know Ramdev Misra is there, okay. So this is just a fact that was there in the box. Now let us begin with the chapter, okay. So we are beginning with the first chapter, organism and population, chapter 13. So How will we cover this chapter? Let us see. Now here they are saying, our living world is fascinatingly diverse and amazingly complex. We can try to understand its complexity by investigating the processes at various levels of biological organization. Macromolecules, cells, tissues, organs, individual organisms, population, communities, ecosystems and biomes. At any level of biological organization, we can ask two questions. How does the bulbul is hearing the song? Now see, they've made a story out of this. But from this first line, what we can understand, that at various level of biological organization. So first point that we understand, what are the levels of biological organization? How is that beginning? It begins from the cell. Okay, so we have the cell first. Cell के बाद tissue बनता है. After tissue we have the organ. After organ we have the complete organ system. Then we have an individual. After that individual we have the community, the population. Okay, and then we have the community, and then we finally have a biome, and that's the entire biosphere. So we got to know from this first line that what is the biological organization, what are the different levels of biological organization. Okay, then they are asking here some facts related to the, just a second, in this paragraph they are talking about at any levels we can ask so many different questions, how the birds are chirping, how the nature is functioning, how different animals are behaving, that has been mentioned. Okay, so how the flowers are blooming. Then we have, you've already learned in previous classes that ecology is a subject which studies the interactions among the organisms and between organism and its physical abiotic environment. So we get the definition of what? Ecology. What is ecology? Ecology is basically the science or that part of the science that deals with the interaction of the biotic and the abiotic components among each other and also with the environment. Okay, so it's considered with 4 levels of biological organization: organism, population, community, biome. So that's how, from where after an individual, ecology is starting, or its level of organization is. Then organism and its environment. Now how are the organisms surviving in different types of environments? Now they have made a map. Okay, now they have made a map of biomes with respect to different or the different annual precipitation and the temperature, and they are telling us that these two are the important factors. So this graph or this map becomes important. Okay, so when you are talking about different biomes, when you are talking about why we find desert fox in deserts and why we find polar bears at the poles, okay, or penguins at the poles, so this is because of the response, or I would say the distribution with respect to the temperature and the precipitation of different species in different areas or different biomes. So that time we will make this diagram. Okay, so this is how we are going to cover. Okay, now they are saying there are regional and local variations within each biome also. You will see there are microbes that are found in extreme and harsh habitats, deep ocean trenches, permafrost regions also, high mountain tops also. Okay, in fact in our intestine we have the microbes, so this is important. Then the major biomes of India that are mentioned, this is important. Then they are asked certain questions in between. What are the key elements that lead to so much variation in the physical and chemical conditions of different habitats? So what is the meaning of the term habitat here? की टर्म्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना है पढ़ते टाइम. ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ हैबिटेट? देन दे हैव अनदर टर्म दैट इज कॉल्ड नीश हियर. सो हियर दे आर मेंशनिंग नीश. सो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन habitat and niche? They have previously asked a question also on your ecological niche. Okay, so this is how you have to study from the NCERTs. Then they are covering major abiotic factors. What are the major abiotic factors and what are their what is the implication of the abiotic factors on species distribution? ठीक है, तो टेम्परेचर की बात करी जा रही है, that temperature जैसे जैसे change होता है as we move towards equator, from equator to poles, we see different type of organisms. Okay, temperature keeps on decreasing. Then they are mentioning so many different species. Snow leopards are not found in Kerala, and tuna fish are rarely caught beyond the tropical latitudes in ocean. Why? What is the kind of distribution? There are eurythermal organisms, stenothermal organisms. That is important. Okay. Similarly, on the basis of water and salt content, we have euryhaline and stenohaline. Okay, then how light is important, what role light is playing. See, in the entire paragraph, these are the points that are important that you will come to know while reading. Okay, right. Then we have soil, what is its importance, what are the response of the abiotic factors, what is meant by the process of homeostasis, very important. Okay, how are the organisms responding, what is the mechanism of response of the organisms to their environment. Okay, what is thermoregulation, osmoregulation. Okay, conformity क्या होता है, ठीक. Then we have migration. We often see birds migrating, Siberian cranes coming to Keoladeo National Park in Bharatpur. So that is there. That is migration. Then we have suspension also. Certain organisms go for hibernation also. They suspend their activities. Estivation, that is the summer counterpart. Everything, all these terms are mentioned. Okay. Then what are the adaptations that organisms do? Okay. And then we have so many species and organisms that are mentioned. All of these examples are important because they are mentioned in NCERT. Similarly goes for the other subjects also. Okay, I'll just quickly show the questions also that are there. What is Allen's rule here? Then population. Here we are talking about the pyramids. How does the growth happens? What is the population density? How is it affected by natality, mortality, immigration and emigration? Okay, so the diagram is important. Okay, certain things would be not required for UPSC. So you need to know that yes, this is not required for exam because this has not been asked, not very important. Okay, so you have to ignore certain kind of things, these derivation that are there, not required for the exam. Okay, then coming to very important population interactions. इस पे बार बार question पूछ रहा है, इसीलिए ये important हो जाता है. ठीक है, what is meant by mutualism, what is predation, what are the role of predators in the environment or ecosystem. Okay, monarch butterfly, very important example. Then there was another example that was asked in the exam, that's mutualism. Mutualism pe they have asked a question. I'll just show you to you this. This is the mutualistic relationship between fig and the wasp tree. They had asked this question in prelims 2023 or either 2022, either of them. They've asked this question, the mutualistic relationship between fig and wasp tree. So such a big diagram and they've mentioned it here. So you cannot afford to miss the NCERTs. You have to read. This applies same for other subjects also. Okay, that's about the main chapter, how you need to study the main points and highlight that. Okay, and just use the margins. These margins you can utilize for making your notes. After that you can just go through the questions. Okay, what is diapause, what most living organisms cannot survive beyond temperature of 45 degrees, how are they adapting to that. Okay, so these questions you can try to attempt that अगर आपको writing practice करनी है तो. ठीक है, then short notes हैं, try on the adaptations of plants. ठीक है, then there are MCQs also, so you can try to practice few questions from there. Okay, so this is how you should approach your NCERTs, and believe me, if you are done with the NCERTs once or twice, if you have done it, okay, and you have revised them well, you will have or you will gain a lot of confidence. Okay, जब आप कर लोगे ना उसको achieve, so you will feel very confident, you will be clear with the things while you are studying the foundation level, or I would say the standard or the higher level books. When you are studying, you will understand them in a better manner and you will be in a position to solve the questions also, बशर्ते कि आप उसको revise जरूर कर रहे हैं. So revise भी करना जरूरी है. You have to recall the things, बार बार उसे रिकॉल करना है, ठीक है. दिस इज हाउ यू शुड approach for your NCRTs. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts related to that, you can just mention it in the comment box. I will definitely try to revert on that. All the best to all the students who are preparing for civil services. Thank you.